Welcome back to those on YouTube. CLG FC episode 45. Michael has been maintaining his perceived superiority over you in your playing style despite the result today. How do you feel about this most recent comments? I don't even know what he said. Respond. Uh, uh, I don't even know why this guy's having a go at us. Absolutely buggered him off. I love it. Absolutely told him. Anyway, look. I try to respect people, but clown's gonna clown. I don't know what else to say. Man tried to play mind games and got smoked 4-0. So, it's one thing if you lost 1-0, one thing if you drew, but he got smoked 4-0, man. Like you got absolutely destroyed. So, we gave the team some rest. We are gonna give them some rest the day after. They got the day off. They got 14 days until the next match anyway. Count Logic under 18s draw, but Lawrence plays well. So we drew. We drew high at under 18s. I haven't had the cheeky save. I need to actually do that. We need to make sure we save. I'm going to put the music back on. So here's run again. So anyway. Feels good to have won 4-0 though, I will say. Especially if a guy talking smack. I mean, come on. Is there really a better feeling? You know? Uh so anyway, so I just checking the old twitter.com. Let's move back to this and then go back to the game. Any comments designed to deflect attention away from result. He is probably pissed at me now. Uh, if he's like opinion, there's got to be something that's like opinion of you or something, right? There used to be. Attitude towards you, good. Okay. So he's on an amateur contract. Uh, Lazami knows that he's actually got really good mental abilities. Like this guy's not a bad coach. Uh, so I think mine are not that. Mine are not nowhere near that developed. Uh, so uh, I got a lot of good relationships though with players and journalists and whatnot. So and agents even. Where's my board? uh, I don't think I have a good I don't think I have a good relationship with the board. But we're getting there. Motivating is an 8. Handling team disciplines 90. Domestic player bias 75. Media handling 99. Managing finances is 100. Reputation is 10% now. We moved up in rep. My manager moved up in rep. So let's see. Uh, Union drew 2-2. So they are very much out. They got 40 points. They finished 4 points out of the playoffs. So now you're into what, the wild card round? NYCFC versus Nashville. And in the West, it's Seattle versus Houston. So there's that. We were on social feed, right? Big win here. West Ham beat Man United. West Ham are in third place, above Spurs as well. Come on, you love to see it. Man City are in eighth. Sheffield United are sixth. What is this table? So, but it's Arsenal and Leicester. Chelsea are 13th. You love to see it, don't you? You just love to see it. But yeah, let's get into it. The only thing I want to switch is I think this Sunday is just tactical and match practice, and I think it's recovery, rest, rest. I want to change it to community outreach and team bonding event, right? So we want to run those as best as we can, or as many times as we can in the weeks that we have, like the weeks we don't have a fixture, right? So at least that's what I want to try to accomplish. So. Sorry. Got a frog crawl in my throat. One second. We've had to pay Snicky a 2,100-pound bonus for reaching 5 league goals this season. So congratulations to Snicky. Has that messed our finances up? No, the wage budget's still fine. It's just a bonus. That's why. Liam Ashby, leading level 17 player, would be the best potential for a leading level 16 player. Sorry, y'all. Training schedule for the coming. This is what I wanted to change. Community outreach, team bonding event, and then community outreach. So they got their rest on Sunday, and we'll move ahead. So 12 days. We've got 12 days before the next fixture. We're just going to keep on trying to move on as quickly as we can between them. We'll try to make a note to do leagues in focus as well. I know that might be coming up here. So we want to see what's going on in the leagues over in England, the top leagues in England, at least I should say. But it's not. It's like little Josh. That's like literally everyone's opinion. No, sorry, not taking a 28-year-old. I mean, part of the idea of this too is that they're the striker, so you would want them in the box. But Sticky's not really got the best. He's just about the worst choice we can make. Okay. That's pretty harsh. Uh, but, I get it. Manchester Rovers and AFC Oldham. Here we go. Here's leagues in focus. Let's go do leagues in focus, right? So MLS we went through already. We did discuss that already. So we're going to do the rest of the leagues. In the Premier League, we'll start with the Premier League. Arsenal lead. They are a point ahead. Liverpool, City, West Ham are in the Champions League places. Tottenham and Newcastle are in the Europa League places. Sheffield United is in the conference spot right now. Well, what would be the conference spot if one of the top six win the Carabao Cup? So really, it's Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, West Ham in the Champions League spots, and then Spurs, Newcastle, Sheffield United in Europa League right now. Over at the bottom, by the way, Southampton are only on 2 points. Luton Town, who came back up, are only on 3. Leicester, who came back up, are only on 6. That's tied with Leeds, who came back up. Sunderland, who also came back up, are on 8 points. Chelsea are down to 14th now. I'd love it. I'd love it if they went down. Chelsea. They're only 3 points clear of the drop. Plenty of football left to be played in that season, though. Sky Bet Championship, Coventry lead. Coventry City trying to come back into the Premier League for the first time in Lord knows how long. They lead by a point. Fulham are a point ahead of the playoff places, which are occupied by Wolves, Burnley, Bournemouth, and Middlesbrough. Blackburn Rovers trying to come back up. They're level on points with Middlesbrough, just outside the playoffs. Ipswich a point behind them, and that's a point back to Norwich and West Brom. In the drop, Millwall, bottom of the league. Love to see it. 5 points. Swansea are on 6 points, are second bottom. You love to see that as well. Bolton, sadly, on 7 points. Birmingham just above the drop on 10 with Bristol City. Sky Bet League 1. Rotherham, they're going back to doing the yo-yo, man. The Rotherham are the yo-yo club, unfortunately. Looking to do more of the same. They lead the championship on goal difference with 27 points. Stoke City are trying to come back to the championship on 27 as well. They're 4 points clear of the playoff places, occupied by Cardiff, Crewe Alexandra, QPR, and Notts County. Reading and Plymouth just on the out. Reading, Plymouth, and Fleetwood Town just on the outside, looking in on 18 points. They're 2 back of the playoff places. At the bottom, Leyton Orient are bottom. Love to see it. They're on 7. Peterborough United are in 23rd. Exeter 22nd. Port Vale are 21st. Wimbledon holding on for dear life. They're only a point above the drop, along with Burton Albion and Oxford United. Sky Bet League 2, Barrow lead the way by a point. They are on 22. Wrexham and Wigan Athletic are in the promotion spots on 21 points. Level on points with 2 teams in the playoff places, Colchester United and Bristol Rovers. Tranmere and Accrington Stanley. Tranmere Rovers, Accrington Stanley are only a point back of them, also in the playoff places, and then a point outside of the playoff places, Carlisle United and Chesterfield. Who are trying to come up to League One. Remember, they came up from the Vanarama National, Chesterfield. Now they're trying to push up for League One. In the or at the bottom, I should say, Hartlepool, who are yo-yoing between the Football League and the Vanarama National, and Northampton Town on 9 points. They are 4 back of Grimsby Town, who are on 13, as well as Cheltenham Town and Stevenage. Over in the Vanarama National, Crawley Town, they lead the Vanarama National by a single point. Kidderminster Harriers, Southend United, York City, Harrogate Town, Yeovil City, and Maidenhead United occupy the playoff places. Maidenhead and Yeovil on 21 points. Sutton United just outside the playoffs on goal difference, also on 21 points. And then all the way at the bottom, former Premiership side Oldham Athletic are sitting bottom of the Vanarama National on 9 points. Boston United are with them. Chelmsford City and Torquay United are also in the drop. Oxford City and Aldershot Town are both ahead or both clear of the drop by 2 points. Lastly, the division above us, Waddington are doing a counter logic right now. They also have 5 wins and a draw. They are 6 points clear of Lim Reserves, who are in the promotion spot by a point over Dom Doyle, who have 9. And then it's Charlton Sports Club, or Carlton Sports Club, Silsden White Star Reserves, Radcliffe Boys Reserves, South Manchester, and Badger Casuals are clearing the drop by just 2 goals on the goal difference over Old Rivingtonian Sports Club Reserves. And Colne United are at the bottom, yet to win a game. They are 0-3-3. And that is your leagues in focus. Snicky is out for 6 weeks. That is not good. Our top goal scorer, and I believe the division's top goal scorer, right? Yes, the league leading goal scorer is out on injury for 5 to 6 weeks. That's brutal. Schedule, calendar. So 5 to 6 weeks. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So, I mean, we're missing 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 game, right? So 1 week here, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 weeks. So you're missing at least 3 games. Potentially, if the injury is 6 weeks long, they will miss 4 games. And they'll be back either November 24th to somewhere between November 24th and December 1st. We're going to have to play our rivals, Earlham Steel Rangers Reserves, without Snicky. Brutal. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. That sucks. I'm going to send this snip to Snicky real quick. And just be like, what the hell, man? So, was that for me? No. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sheamus, by the way. Thoughts go out to Sheamus, his family, his, what was it, sister-in-law? Uh, his girlfriend's mom and sister were struck by an intoxicated driver who did a hit and run. They arrested the guy, but they're both in the hospital. So thoughts go out to Snicky or to Sheamus. I mean, uh, really hope everything's okay. Uh, and of course, I'll let anybody know whenever there's an update. But since I'm mentioning it on stream, right? But they've got some bad injuries, but they're in stable condition. So yeah. Uh, just some updates on the recruitment focuses. We've got some scouting reports. If I go to Scouting Center, right, and I go to scouted players, how many players? If I remove these guys, 23 players found. Why? 167. Okay. I'm looking for youth. Man, Pierce is really useful. Pierce would be really useful. The recommendation is only a B minus though. But still. Jack Hughes would be useful as a goalkeeper, but he's worth too much. 10 days ago. Oh, until the next fixture. Uh okay. Okay. Anyway, uh let's see what we've got here in terms of the news. Carey draws entrance from Florence. Blake Carey is an under 20. He's an under 21. Potential to be level 17 right midfielder. He's on a full-time contract. I love that club name, Florence. Florence Sports and Social Club. Well, that's the name of the building. The club is just called Florence. And honestly, I would if he wanted to go, I would be okay with that. So there's a guy who did the drums for this, and it's sick. It's so sick. I'm gonna see if I can find it. He did a lot of drum. Yeah, the melody drum cover. It's just so good. Pat Drummer on YouTube. So you hear how this is. For those of you on Twitch, for those of you on YouTube, you are not hearing it at all. But I'm gonna pause after this one and play the drum medley. Okay, I don't need him or him. It literally started with the same song, by the way. Bot MCA 10. Oh no, what is this with the injuries? Jesus Christ. Oh, 1 to 2 days and 2 to 3 days. That's not too bad. Into run. Nothing doing. We keep going. 8 days to go. So I want to just move this. There we go. Launch this tab. Let me click settings and go to channel. Go to schedule. So obviously streaming tonight. We are back tomorrow, more F1, and then Wednesday we'll be back with more Football Manager. Thursday and Friday uh, we do not have a stream, and mainly because Thursday is the Union game or the Union 2 game, and Friday we have off to mainly if the weather's nice, go golfing, but also just prep to do stuff around the house because Saturday is the long one. Saturday we're gonna do early in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, and we're gonna go for like 15 hours. So we're gonna start with old school F1, and then we'll play some Football Manager, of course, a lot of Football Manager, preferably. So it's gonna be as of right now a 15-hour stream. So the opening 4 hours alone will be F1 2012 in Shanghai, and then I would say the next, 6 hours maybe will be Football Manager, and then we'll move into some F1 2024 to finish it off. So we're gonna do 2 races, and then we'll be back Sunday with another stream. It'll be 6 o'clock at night to 10, so a little 4-hour stream. More F1 2024. And then we're back on June 11th, which is next Tuesday. Monday, the 10th, I have the podcast. So we have next Tuesday. Will be more Football Manager next Thursday. F1 next Friday. We have next Wednesday and Friday, no stream. And then we will be live for a Euro watch along, Hungary versus Switzerland. We're going to play Football Manager while we watch the Euros on the side laptop or on the phone, one of the two. Probably put the Euros on the side laptop here, and then we'll do a watch along while we play some Football Manager early on in the morning. That's going to be a bit of a longer stream as well. That is going to be about a 6 hour stream, and then we'll be back with a 9 hour one on Sunday, next Sunday. So uh, definitely look forward to that. Because Euros kick off. Euros are finally. I need something, man. I need something to hold me down weekend mornings because not having the Premier League is killer. Uh, so there is that. But anyway, um, so that's the immediate schedule. More information, obviously, you can click the schedule tab on our stream or on the stream. You click my name if you're watching. You go to the stream. After you click my name, there will be something that says schedule. Sorry, schedule, and you just click that, and it'll have it all there for you. So we're gonna play quite a bit of Football Manager over the next 2 weeks, mostly on the weekends. But we have one or two, really three streams within the midweek that we will crack out the Football Manager for. And I expect us to because we're having some longer streams, I expect us to do quite well. Or get through the season. Oh, we're done processing. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my schedule page. Uh, yes, they can all be made available for the under 18s. Upcoming competitions? No, no. Sorry. So let's move over. We should tick over to 7 days to go. So I got caught up looking at the schedule. But that is the schedule. We are going to be doing quite a bit of Football Manager over the coming weeks. So look forward to it. I look forward to it. Always makes great content. Uh, so this is the ending theme. We went from Run to Razorback Organic Mechanism 8 into the ending theme. It's a great medley. I miss that game so much. I'm getting the itch, man. I'm getting the itch. It's to commentate it. I know I still have a tournament page up somewhere. I'm about to load that and just see. Log in. Let me close that tab and we're going to go back to the actual soundtrack. Razorback. Here you go. Legacy tournaments. All right. What was this meant to be? Page size 100. Right. No, page size. Yeah, page size 100. Schedule order. Round 1. League phase. I think that's everything. Yeah. Whoa, what happened there? My Firefox just went nuts. I was scrolling for a tab and it just went straight over. I was like, whoa, I'm nowhere where I need to be, nowhere where I want to be. So, all right, that is Sheamus is fucking hurt now too. 3 to 4 weeks, bro. We never have a full squad. 3 to 4 weeks. So what's that mean? So we're here. So 3 to 4 weeks. They're gonna miss the Rovers game. They're gonna miss the Oldham game. 3 weeks is here. 4 weeks is here. So we should get back for the big game versus Earlham. That's really when we want to be full strength is Earlham, Prestwich, Hillgate. We already know we're going to be without Snicky for the Earlham game. Prestwich up in the air. So okay. Cool. Let's keep moving. Yeah, I know. Third choice left winger Snicky. They're not the third choice left winger, mate. They're literally the striker. What do you want about? I saw a post that was like Thibaut Courtois went a whole season without conceding a goal, and I'm like, he's played 5 games. Don't get me wrong, going 5 games without conceding is impressive, very impressive. But let's not bill it like something that like come on, I know you're bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like I know, it's like come on, man. Like come on, anyway. Imagine that. So, Europa Conference all square for West Ham versus. Is that really the club name? Banik Ostrava in Czechia. Okay. Is that group? Oh, this is that stupid new fucking format. Oh god, I hate this shit. West Ham are in a playoff spot currently. Let's keep going. Training schedule. Manchester Rovers, AFC Oldham. Where's the club? I meant to do Club Vision. Sorry. Performance, match performance. How'd I get a C plus for smoking a team 4-0? Like, I mean, okay. Like, he's not. I don't know, man. So I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do to get an A plus from the board or the fans. Like, unhappy with the lack of counterattacking football. I mean, we're not gonna play it, mate. We're just simply not gonna play it. So the fans are delayed that so many players are in good form. Good. Good. They're delighted with Snicky's form and rate them as one of the best, as one of the club's leading players. Yeah, well, they've got 6 goals this season and equal number of games, so I can see why they do. Is this Botman 9? No, Enigma. Did we already play Botman 9? No, we played Botma 10. Oh, Bot Pack 9 is coming up. Okay. So. Hito Kiri with the sub. Thank you so much, my man. Hito Kiri, 57 months, allegedly. Yeah. Allegedly. Allegedly. How you doing, Hito Kiri? I hope you have more joy brought to you in your life than the Union do, because let's be real, they're terrible. They're really bad. But we're excited to see. Look at Brat's ability, like the last, what is this, 12 months? Yeah, literally just flatlined. Lol, you were back to what they were 10 years ago. It's because we brought the center stripe back, man. Center stripe came back, and the crap came back with it. Like, so I said that at the game. We're all saying at the game. We're all like, oh, it's because they brought the center stripe back. Like, so the jersey this year is good though. I will say, but yeah. We are to forever ban the center stripe. We're selling 13-year-olds for millions, but we can't be bothered to buy somebody that wants to compete. I know. Oh, fuck off. Frack is injured now, too? Oh, my God. How many fucking injuries are we going to take? We're 5 days from the fixture. He's out for this one. We're going to be without Frack, Snicky, and Sheamus for this fixture. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Uh, Why would you fucking say that, man? I'm looking at. I read a piece of chat, and I'm like, why? Like, a friend of ours, guy on this team, Sheamus, I'll go over it again, said that his girlfriend's mom and sister um, were in an automobile accident. It was a hit and run. And somebody goes, I'm sending good vibes your way. My cousin got into a really bad accident. The guy who hit him was running from the cops. He's alive, but he's not the same anymore, and he never will be. Why the fuck would you say that? What's wrong with you? We might have paid a lot for but my man, trauma dumping. I know. Like, what the fuck is? Come on, man. You think the guy that posted that wants to hear that? Like, you're supposed to console him. You know what I mean? Like, just you know what I mean? Just be like, look, I'm really sorry. I'll keep you in my thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, that's all he needs right now. He needs a support system. He doesn't need, well, this happened and it was awful. Fucking, that's the last thing he wants to hear. Christ. Anyway, uh, we might have paid a lot for but my man came over here and still cuts his own hair, so there's that. Hey, listen, he performs. I think Ua does all right. My main issue is with the tactics. I think the team is really good. I just think tactically, it's not really. They're not really set up the best. I'll put it that way. I feel like if the Union played a 4-1-4-1, they'd be a little bit better. They have nothing through the middle of the park. That's my problem mainly. Is that they have literally they don't play through the middle of the park. He should be a sub, but we need someone else that can play off Carranza. Yeah, that's true. You do need someone else that can play off Carranza up top. If that's the case, why not give Donovan a look. You know what I mean? In my opinion, like I feel like Donovan would be a decent, you know, at least start him a game and see what he does. You know what I mean? Like, don't just constantly bring him in the 85th minute. Like, hell, I'd take Casper back because that dude shines when someone else up with him is fast. The thing I like about Casper too is that he can head the ball. You know what I mean? Casper is because he's so tall. I mean, partly it's because he's so tall, but you have somebody who can at least fight to head the ball, you know? But I still think the Union's biggest problem is the center of the pitch. I think, yeah, he knows how to sell a dollar. Yeah. I don't think the Union, that's my, so if you look at the Union, right? The way I look at the Union at least, right? They play this diamond shape all the time. And the whole point of how they progress the ball forward is when they pull the wides of the diamond, McGlynn and Bedoya, when they pull them to the touch and they can invite or they can bring the wing backs over for an overlap, right? Like that's the whole point. Is either the wing backs sending them down the line or they're coming in for the ball, they're coming to eventually play the ball through for the overlap. Like that's great. Don't get me wrong. They do that very, very well. And it creates a lot of opportunities for them. But teams are willing to overload the sides of the pitch now. Lawrence is homegrown. Okay. Teams are willing to overload sides of the pitch now and really just kind of choke the life out of the ball there on the towards the touchline. So my problem is like, how do you switch? You know, their solution is to switch play, and they only do that really one of two ways: a ball over the top, which is why as much we're putting way too much on McGlynn, that too. But the thing I hate is when they want to switch play. Like when I like Harriel, I really like Nathan Harriel, but he doesn't work with this setup because he doesn't provide that ball across the pitch to Kai. And if you notice, that's what Mbaizo's really good at. That Mbaizo stays very wide. He's willing to run, you know, and he's willing to provide that ball over the pitch to Kai on the other side. And if they can't get the ball up through the air that way, then it goes back to Martinez, and Martinez kind of distributes it back towards the sides to switch the play. Yeah, Mbaizo will put a full force ball across pitch with no wind up. I know, which is useful, but it's like what's happening in the center of the pitch, man? You know what I mean? Like, how are you? You can't break teams down as well because, you know, when we first came out with the diamond, teams would just send the left and the right back wide to meet the player, and that's when we had that's when the triangle passing worked so well because the left back would go wide to meet the player, whether it's Bedoya or whether it's Mbaizo, right? And you have that space that opens up behind him because the left back's going in to meet him, and then they occupy that space, whether it's Mbaizo that comes in or Carranza comes up for it, and they pass through and they get the ball center. Well, teams know that now, so they just overload the side. Seattle is a really good example of that. That's what they did in the first half to us to perfection, and then we can't pass out of the corner. We just trap ourselves. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it gets annoying. It gets really annoying. Because they play the same way, and I'm like, you guys got to find a way to. Nobody drives the ball forward. Nobody's willing to like go from midfield and just bring the ball forward. You know what I mean? It's always to the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. I'm like, come on. Anyway, yeah, it's just hard to watch. It is hard to watch. It's hard to watch because we play really well, but teams know how to play against us now because we played the same way for the last 3 seasons. So they need to switch it up. They need somebody who can go box the box. Because if they have somebody who can go box the box, then Martinez won't need to distribute anymore as much. He won't need to be as forward to distribute. He can play his more defensive role. And defensively, it should shore them up because now they're not exposed to the ball through the midfield and whatnot. Yeah, and then we did nothing offseason. That's the other thing. Yeah, we did absolutely nothing in the offseason. It was like, oh my God. I keep telling my dad this. I said, you sometimes you notice when a player ages a year in a sport, you know what I mean? And they just look so much weaker from one season compared to the next. But we didn't do that with a player. We did that with an entire team. And this is what happens when an entire team ages a year in the sport. Like, yeah, everyone is over it. Exactly. I just they're all just waiting for their transfers. That I hate the fact that that's the case. I absolutely hate the fact that that's the case. Like, please, you know. So Blake looks terrible these days when he's healthy. Jokes on them. We only sell children. My problem with Blake is that he is very listen. Blake does look pretty bad when he's healthy. He's not been healthy. Semmel's looked pretty good. Like, yes, he's made a few errors, but also I look at Semmel and I'm like, this guy's not bad. Like, this guy's pretty solid. And then you have Andrew Rick coming up from the under, I don't even want to say under what, but the Union 2, right? Yeah, he's got really good potential. Yeah. And you got Andrew Rick who looks good. Andrew Rick looks great for Union 2 right now. He looks so good. And that's my issue is like I have to hate him though. Why? Like more so his parents. Why? Is one of his parents named Richard? They name his last name is Dick. What can you work with that? Like come on, man. Well, he could have been named Richard. And then you got somebody named Dick Dick. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you, man. Now that I respect. There's a guy I used to work. I shouldn't say work with, right? When I was working for a company out of Blackwood, right? Um, they purchased uh, a small uh, pressure washer make pressure washer making company. God, say that 5 times fast, right? But they were industrial pressure washers. They weren't, you know, this wasn't like your regular like spray your car, spray the siding on your house. This was like 20,000 psi. Like we're going into a cement truck to spray the inside of it out, kind of pressure washer, right? Like really nasty stuff. Um, and they were a real small company, right? And they were based up in Harrison, or Edison. Sorry, they were based up in Edison. We drove up there to do an inventory of their items and bring them into our warehouse in Blackwood, right? And the guy that agreed to sell the company, who was retiring, his last name was Dick. Or no, his last name was Black. So his parents named him Richard, but he didn't like Richard, so he went by the name of Dick. So his name was Dick Black. And obviously, when you email him, like you email anybody in Outlook, it puts the last name first and then a comma in the first name. So literally every email I got from him said black comma dick, and I'm like, where have I gone wrong in life? You know what I mean? That I'm like, what is this? I don't even understand why this has become a thing. Like, I was just lost for words. I was like, oh my god. So it was just one of those ones where it's like, really, of all the names you could have named your kid, like, unavailable, unavailable, and unavailable. So there are more choices out there, people. Exactly. Okay. Ooh, Dinamo in Croatia. Their youth system recognized as the ninth best in the world. Man City's youth system is the best. It is not the best. Man City do not have a youth system, okay? You know what Man City's youth system compromises of? Here's some Saudi money. That's what Man City's youth system, child labor, yeah. That's what Man City's youth system is. Here's some money. So I feel like Man City's youth system is like somebody coming along and go, that's a nice under 18 talent you got there. Wouldn't it be a shame if somebody offered him a contract? You know what I mean? Like something like that. Matthew Carr turned 17. I recommend offering Carr a contract as he has significant potential. I don't know, mate. He's a level 19 player, mate. Like we need to up our youth system because it is not good. Like this is what actually, holy shit. This guy's a beast. Look at this guy. For a club that started in level 20, these are the numbers. Uh it's October. I've got the wage budget. He's eligible for a contract. This doesn't expire for another week or two. I don't want to run over my budget. I'm gonna have to sell off players if that's the case. And speaking of which, Spaps just hit the fucking wage budget. So now, if I go to finances, I've got a 400 cap room. Really, I'm gonna have to offload somebody. Like it's just the way it is. So I can't even offload Remy Hemingway. What about my under 21s? I said under 21s. Literally, Hemingway is the worst player on the under 21s as well. And Aqua has been playing well, but he's listed for loan. Sila is fine. Sila's actually been tearing it up on the main team. Blake Carey is wanted, and he's listed. I don't understand why I can't offer players. Offer via transfer room. Transfer list and set player as surplus to requirements. I'll at least get a little bit of the money back. Like, I need to do something here. These are the under 21s, too. They're not even playing in the under 18s. The wages are what's killing me. Like, Leighton Fourth is on 150 pounds per week. Where did I fuck up? Over 19 player, over 18 player. Is he? Yeah, he's 23. He's on the under 18s. I gotta offer him as well. He's transfer listed. Offer via transfer room. Yeah, he's gotta go. Hemingway's gotta go. I need to get something off the books. Even if I can free up 300 quid, that would be enough. Let's attend the press conference, shall we? Let's kick this off with the first question from Jack Calvert at the Daily Star. Update on the Snicky's injury. Uh, he's still not fit. We're not worried, but he'll be out a little while longer. Our important players like Cookie, who seem sharp tactically and mentally. As far as I'm concerned, he's integral. Will Twinkle be decisive today? You can put a value on you can't put a value on a player like Twinkle. He always delivers when it matters. Do you have a Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division A title favorite? Yeah, us. I think we've got everything it takes to win the title. It's quite simple. I mean, we're 5 points clear, and we're a third of the way into the season. So literally at the 1/3 mark, we're 5 points clear. This is that was, well, I call it Furia, but it's not called Furia. That last song was called Colossus, but it never got ported over to 2K4, and then when it did, it was called Furia after the jailbreak map. West Ham drew Arsenal, which isn't a bad point, but everybody else around them won, so they're down to 6th. Sneaky's still not fit. Yep, we know. Social feed. The Union didn't make playoffs in this MLS, by the way. Literally missed last season, missed this season. Game hates the Union. I don't know what to say. LAFC finished like second bottom in the West too, though. That's love it. Absolutely love it. I hate that club with every fiber of my being. Uh, anyway, and people are like, "Oh, but you don't get it. Like they're in the city, and like I don't have to go, and like I wasn't a fan." And then they decide to put a team in if you're a football fan, you're an LA Galaxy fan. It's just pure and simple. Um, and it's like, oh, I was, but I don't want to travel outside the city anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't care. Um, true LA fans are true LA football fans are Galaxy fans. It's just the long and the short of it. Hillgate Milltown is the marquee matchup. So we're gonna play this game, and then we're gonna be done for the night. We'll be back on tomorrow with F1. And we'll be back Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday we are out. There'll be no stream Thursday, Friday. Friday I'll be working on stuff around the house. Thursday I will be doing. I'll be at the Union 2, most likely. Oh my God, Frack, you went. At least they're doing well. Yeah. I missed DreamHack Dallas. DreamHack Dallas was this weekend, right? Now, I went last year with a bunch of guys, right? And gals. And when I went last year, one of them had a terrible experience with Spirit. And they flew Spirit and they arrived way late. They were supposed to arrive at I think 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they arrived at 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay? There's a reason why. That's Spirit Airlines for you. Okay? That's, you know, so a lot of us who left Dallas, who didn't take the morning flight, by the way, which is pretty much everybody, got delayed. I didn't take the first flight out of Dallas. I took the second flight out of Dallas. I took a 10 a.m. flight out of Dallas, and I didn't get in until 1 in the morning because we were delayed. Because the plane that was supposed to be my switch over, I guess you would say, right? Because I had a connecting flight in Atlanta, so my connecting flight arrived late, and they had to clean it out because it was coming over from an international flight, so they had to clean it all out and stuff before they let us on board. So it took super long. And what happened is we've really realized two things. First off, I took the first flight out available from Philly to Dallas, right? Same thing, on a connecting flight in Atlanta, and I had no problems. I got into Dallas at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was perfect. Um, Flying back, obviously I was delayed, but another roommate of mine, real quick story, took the first flight. She got like the 6:30 a.m. flight, right? She had no problems. She was home. She was home. She had to fly to Newark, so she was home at like 11 a.m. Right? Perfect. So what we've come to realize flying, right? Because I'm not an experienced flyer or traveled, well traveled, but two things. If you don't want delays, you book the first flight that's available in the morning because the 6 a.m. or the 6:30 a.m. flight is very rarely delayed. Very rarely delayed. Usually that flight is on time. Waking up for it sucks. Getting to the airport at 4:30 in the morning sucks. I understand that. It's not a fun experience. However, it's not delayed. TSA, everyone, my brother who travels frequently is like, you have to get TSA pre. It's going to take you forever to go through TSA. You don't want to deal with that shit. Oh, blah, 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 blah. TSA took me 4 minutes. I didn't have TSA pre. TSA at 4:45 in the morning took me 4 minutes to get through. Okay? So I had no problem. So that's what we agreed on. Now, the build up to the story, why I'm saying this is DreamHack Dallas comes around again this year. Everybody knows the issue that the one guy had flying Spirit, right? Everybody knows the issues that most of us had on the way home, getting delayed because we didn't take the first flight. This motherfucker chose a 9 o'clock in the evening flight on Spirit Airlines. You're a dumbass. This is why you're delayed. And he's like, well, I got work in the morning. I was supposed to be in at like 11:30. It's only an hour and a half flight, blah, blah, or 2 hour flight, blah, 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 blah. You're an idiot. Like, you chose Spirit Airlines. I don't know what to tell you, man. You literally violated both conditions that we discovered last year as to why flights would, you know what I mean? Like, come on. So, I don't know what to say to him except congratulations, you played yourself. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really know. Uh, this is passing for defenders, by the way. This chart. Look at Jack. Lots of passes, accurate passing. Passes attempted per 90 minutes, way up there. Yeah, some people got to touch the stove to see if it's hot. That's a good way of putting it. I'm here, and then do we have anybody else that's over here? Like a Parks. Yeah, Parks is right on the line. Fewer passes, but accurate passing. And then where is Frack? Is Frack anyone in here? I don't know. Akonikun stats versus the league average as a midfielder, and then defending my stats versus the league average as a defender, and then passing for the midfielders. Twinkle way up here, lots of passes, accurate passing. Cookie's way up in the pass completion percentage as well. And then I just saw an American flag. Konikun is over there, and I think that's all the midfielders you would say. So that we have. But yeah, nice. Best performing defensive player analysis, Steve Henderson for Presswitch. Pretty good stats. Worst performing defending team is Milltown Reserves. No surprise there. They're second bottom. And that is an awful graph, by the way. Dates for November, and let's get into it, shall we? We are moving on to the fixture itself. So story time over. But like that's my point. Like, come on, man. You knew the issues we had last year. Why the fuck did you put yourself in the same boat? Like, I don't understand. Dude's complaining about a delayed flight. He took a 9 o'clock flight in the evening. Like, fucking, come on, mate. So, anyway. CalLogic 8, under 18 suffer defeat against Bainbridge under 21s. Where's Bainbridge in the standings? Oh, they're down there. That's unfortunate. And they lost one. They only lost 1-0 too. That sucks. That really sucks. So now we're down to fourth. Whereas had we drew even, we'd be in third still. Oldham have still yet to lose That's insane to me. They've played all of last season and 13 games this season without losing. So Oldham Athletic under 18s have played 47 games without a loss in the under 18 leagues. That's nuts. Opposition instructions, do all of that. That's fine. I'm not gonna tell anybody to tackle harder. We'll have like fucking 10 yellow cards. I am gonna have a save. I should have hit save. Maybe I'll save both files real quick. But that might be what's in store here. Save both. So once this is done saving, I'll save it again on the other file. So let's see here. Save game as. There we go. The main file. And so once that saves, we'll get into it. All right, there we go. So that's good. The music's fading out. That is in perfect timing for. No, go back. That's in perfect timing because we are about ready to get underway with our next match. So proceed to match selection. Yes. They have FM has got to fix this shit. They have got to fix this shit. The whole feedback and mood shit. How can you say you are happy last game and then this game you are upset? And I have not changed your role. What is the problem? Like, what is the actual issue here? I feel like it's that little, clip from whatever movie or whatever that was, where the guy's like, "Quit being a bitch, come on." That's how I feel like I have to talk to players sometimes because it's like you literally they go from fucking happy to sad to angry to happy to it's like what is going on here? 3 changes for Manchester Rovers from their last game, which I believe they drew 2-2 on. There you go. And let's get into it, shall we? A 3-4-3 or 3-4-1-2 from Manchester Rovers. We've got our 4-4 or 4-2-3-1 asymmetrical. There's the table. Manchester firmly in the mid-table, but they're only 2 points above relegation, 3 points out of the promotion spot. We are 5 clear at the top. So, an important game for both sides. We are going to get underway. Snicky out, Sheamus out, and Frack also out. So 3 starters out, and we are underway here at Manchester, or in Manchester, versus the Manchester Rovers. Tomset with the ball, finding Parks on the right. Parks goes for a cross. That took a wicked deflection, and Sykes will clear it. Jack heads it down. It's probably the end of the highlight. No, looks like we're going to. Tomset's still going to continue on. What a last name. Whitaker McPherson puts down for a throw. Good header from Cookies. Mukundi had that taken off of him, though. Miller. Sykes. Haslam. Back for Webb. For Miller. Manchester bring it up again. Manchester here. Davies. Porter on the right. Porter's got space to run. Inside for Davies. Davies got space to run. Davies goes for it. Brott's got it the whole way. Brott has got it the whole way. Parks to take it. Tomset. Good distribution. Tomset could have cut inside there. There was space. Back for Parks. Parks could cut inside here as well. Needs to cut inside. Made for Twinkle. For Konikun. Good ball. For Warner. Warner brings it out left. What is Warner going to do? Goes for the cross. Back for Cookies. Good touch. Cookies! Blasts it wide. Parks with a throw deep in the final third for Twinkle. Twinkle back for Parks. Finds Cookies. Cookies now. Can he turn on it? No. Didn't need to go all the way back to Jack, but it does. Jack to switch play here on the left. Warner in acres of space for Twinkle. Twinkle back for Warner. Warner, you need to learn. You need to drive the ball, Warner. You need to run with the ball. There you go. You better have stayed on side, otherwise I will scream. Twinkle. Cross comes in. Thompson back post. Thompson. Webb tips it over. Saddleborough 3Ds bouncing back from their 4-0 defeat to us. They've taken a lead over Trafford United Reserves. AFC Stockport have taken a lead over AFC Oldham as well elsewhere. We are still goalless. That is out for another corner. So early goals elsewhere. Parks to take this corner. That is a soft one, and it is easily cleared. Konikun will run it down, though. Konikun needs options. It's going to go back for Thompson. Thompson stayed on. Thompson then skies it. Parks with the free kick. Thompson. Spaps. Max post. Unmarked. Spaps. That's beautiful header. Spaps' 4th goal of the season. He finds a goal from another Parks assist. Those two have linked up for 2 or 3 now this season. Lovely weight. Spaps peeled off his man, and that is just a clinical header. So nice, that header. That is a 1-0 lead on the road for us. Here's Davies. Davies with a shot way over. Brott is not got to move for that one. Brott for Jack on the goal kick. For Twinkle, for Spaps, for Cookies. Cookies will bring it back for Spaps. Spaps needs a little assistance down the left. What a ball to McCundy. McCundy here. What can he do? McCundy. It's a little bit too heavy a touch, but it falls to Twinkle. Spaps has got it. McCundy's hurt. Cookies is going to blast it over. McCookies is going to need treatment here. Warner for Twinkle. Back for Warner. The cross comes in. Thompson at far post. Haslam has won it, though. Whitaker, McPherson trying to come it down. Parks, though. Sykes puts it out. It's going to run out. Thompson's actually run it down. Back for Parks. For Cookies. Cookies goes and shoots. Oh, that hits the bar and goes over. Here's another highlight. McKendy. Sykes. It's a good cutout. McKendy's now down again. I think this time it might be a sub. I've put it out, and yeah, McCundy's hurt again. McCundy's taken 2 knocks. Warner, Twinkle. Back for Warner, Akunikun. Twinkle. Finds Parks. Parks. Cross in, back post. Spaps couldn't really get to it. Porter's got it. Warner comes down with it, though. Back for Twinkle. Cookie's in space. Doesn't pull the trigger. Haslam takes it off him. And now Peterson trying to win it, but Jack has come down with it. Parks. Forward for Thompson. What a ball from Parks. What an unbelievable ball from Parks. Thompson back for Parks. Can he distribute? Gives it to me. I've given it back to Parks. Parks with the cross. Men coming late to the box. Porter heads it out for a corner. Parks gets the cross in. It's still alive. Cookies knocks it for Kunikun. It deflects. It's going to be another corner. Stop. Okay? Stop recommending. McKinney will be fine. Hillgate take the lead versus Milltown Reserves. That's a header still up in the air. Cleared by Barnes. AFC Oldham have leveled versus AFC Stockport, by the way. Konikun for Parks. Back for Konikun. Good 1-2 for Warner, for Parks. For Warner, for Parks again. Parks gives it back to Jack. Jack is pressured, so he pumps it forward. Davies will knock it down, but Warner will get to it. Warner. Now it has to go back for Parks. It should go in the box. You got to be able to cross it, Parks. Back for Warner. Warner for Twinkle. Twinkle for Konikun. What could a Konikun do back for me? Somebody shoot the goddamn ball. Myself, the cross comes in. Spaps, and it's just over this time. Ibe with the free kick. Barnes goes for the bicycle, and it is nowhere close. Parks with a free kick. Konikun trying to run it down. Haslamville comes out for Sykes. Sykes. Warner did well to take Porter off the ball. Back for Jack now. For Spaps. Twinkle. Warner. Spaps for Twinkle. Good ball back for Spaps. Spaps back for Warner. Finds a good ball for Cookies. Cookies doesn't turn to his right. Cookies finds Spaps though. Spaps, what can he do? It's blocked. Sykes clears it. Falls for Warner. Back of the box. Miller will clear it now. Falls for Warner again. Going for Cookies, but Haslam boots it clear. Jack wins the header. Konikun runs it down. Over for Parks. We go again. Parks. That is a foul. And Parks has won us a free kick on the edge of the area. Konikun looks like he's the one to take it. A little bit of a harder angle. Konikun. Konikun, go for it. Oh. That's close. Cookies. For Jack. What a ball. What a run from Thompson too. Really good. Thompson with the touch. Thompson holding up. Thompson across the box. Spaps could win it. Porter just gets a foot to it. McKindy runs it down. Porter will put it towards the corner flag. McKindy for Konikun. Back for Twinkle. Going for Cookies. The header. Cookies! Beautiful. Beautifully played. What a run from Cookies. What a ball from Twinkle. All right, 2-0. Warner wins the ball. Warner with the run. Spaps. Spaps down the left. Warner here. Tried to give it right. Tried to give and go to Spaps, and it goes out for a goal kick. Parks with a cross, a header. Just over from Cookies. Patterson. Haslam. Ibe. Sykes. Forward for Woner. And Davies has taken it off Twinkle. Here's Barnes. Barnes trying to come into the box. Barnes with a shot. Good block by Twinkle. Barnes will come down with the ball here. Porter's going to take it off him. Porter with the cross. Going deep. Parks heads it clear. Cookies will come down with it. Now the break could be on here. Cookies, what can he do with it? Up for McKindy. McKindy slides Cookies in. Cookies has got plenty of space. Cookies with Spaps. Spaps, can he find it? Konikun, that is a free kick given. Now a Konikun for Warner! Off the post. And Twinkle, it's in! Twinkle's first goal of the season. It looked like it could have been offsides. Well, that's tight, but I think he's on. I think he's being led on by the defender that was tagging me or marking me. It is 3-0. Here's a cross. Patterson trying to get Manchester Rovers back in it. It goes out for a corner. I've headed it clear of him. Ibe. It's a good cross. Parks heads it up. Cookies wins the second header. Comes all the way out. We are to have how much stoppage time? We still don't know. I've given it to Parks. Parks back for Cookies. Cookies for Parks. Switches it for Twinkle. Twinkle with too heavy a touch. Warner. Not Warner, but Warner will come down with it. Twinkle. Back for me. 3 minutes of additional time. Tom said. Parks. Parks with the cross. First time. Nobody goes back post. But Sykes puts it out for a corner. What did we, what? Oh, he's complacent. I thought he was just pissed because he's been hurt twice. Barnes heads it clear. Davies comes down with it. Davies now. Can he run into space? Davies, Akonikun tries to take it off him, but it falls to Barnes. Barnes will boot it forward. Jack should get to that, if not brought. But that is going to be the half. Spaps is shown in yellow at the end of the half. I'm going to go to player. Spaps. Just tell him to ease off the tackling. And go into the dressing room. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. He is now instructed to ease off tackles, Spaps. Second half underway. That is out for a corner. And that is cleared by me. That was close. Cleared by me. Went back into it. Warner will put that's offsides. Davies offsides. Here's Warner with a free kick. That is not far away. Brott was not ready for that. But Brott having a good game again. Akonikun. What a ball for Warner. Too heavy a touch. Warner still got it. Back for Cookies. Cookies for me. Might be off. Spaps might be off here. And yes, Spaps was offsides. Here's Parks. Cookies back for Parks. Twinkle. Back for Parks. Parks with Cookies. Cookies. Akonikun off the bar. And headed out for a throw. I don't believe it. Off the bar. Throw for Thompson. Back for Parks. Parks does not put the cross in. And Ibe just takes the ball off of him. It's going to come out to me. Patterson trying to run it down, but it's come out to me instead. Cross pass from me. From me goes to Parks for Cookies. Over for Akonikun. Akonikun now will bring Warner over towards the left. Warner hits the cross. Spaps back for Warner. Warner can now hit a free cross if he wanted to. Twinkle. Warner. Plenty of space. Guys, put the ball in the box. Put the ball in the box, please. This falls for me. I just have a go, and that is saved out for a corner. Corner is headed clear. Cookie rises out. Cookies for Jack. Jack should be on. And McKendy could go for it. No. Thompson heads it back in. It goes over. Now we're gonna sub Spaps off. Spaps for Sila. Here's Miller. Miller gonna run it down. Cookie's gonna win the header. Oh, just off the line. I don't think Webb was ready for that. That was so awkward. Silas come in. Here comes the cross. Sykes puts it up. Barnes puts it out. Konekun will run it down. Here's the Konekun. Jack Lemon with the ball. Warner for Sila. And that's free. He's offside. Sila was offsides. He went too early. He's in an offsides position coming back. He's going to go out for a goal kick anyway. Yellow card to a Konekun. That is a corner. I can't replace you, bud, so you're going to have to just ease off the tackles a bit. I don't think I can replace the striker. That is headed up, and Whitaker going to take a shot. Falls to Sykes. Warner now. Warner takes a shot. Both blocked. Nicely done. I think what I'm going to have to do is get creative here. I'm going to have to get very creative. So McKinney can play left, but Sila can play left. So I think what happens is Okonikun can play striker. And then Cookies can play, and then we replace the midfield. Here's Jack for Twinkle. Warner. Can I undo the changes, please? Undo, undo, undo. Because Akonikun's booked. So the question for me is, hold on, timeout. The question for me is, I can't replace both. I can only replace one. I could move Parks for Cookies. So Cookies could go up for Konikun. Parks can go into the midfield, and I can bring in Tyler Harrison for Konikun. And then, does that solve my striker problem? No, it doesn't. Kunikun's the one that's booked. So Sila's going to have to play out the rest of the match. Or Konikun comes forward because he can play striker. Ben Brindley comes in for McKendy because obviously he's been hurt and he's not got the stamina anymore. And that might be an option for us. I think we go with that. Oh, Thompson! Oh. So Konikun is at the top. Don't think he's played there very much. Sila. Warner. That's meant over the top for Sila or Konikun. Actually gets put out for a corner by Miller. Here's Parks. That one, Webb has come for it. Warner, Whitaker, Fearson now. Back for Warner. For Haslam. And over the top for Patterson. Brott is going to glove that down. Nicely done, Brott. Just boot it, man. Okay. It's a good throw. Finds Parks on the right. Parks for Cookies. Cookies for Thompson. For Konikun. Konikun has the ball taken off from him. Now it's hit back for Patterson. Patterson, can he win the foot race? Parks. No, Patterson does win the foot race, but Jack cuts it out. Here's Warner. 70th minute. For Sila, making a run on the left. Sila. Doing well. Sila. Twinkle. For me. For Brindley. Brindley. Goes for the shot. It takes a deflection for off Haslam, and it will be out for a corner. Jack with the corner. It's headed up. Parks heads it down. Konikun has it. The shot. Oh, it deflects out for another corner. Parks to take the corner this time. And Webb will grab that. So. Webb's got it. Jack wins the header. Twinkle. Sila has it now. Passes behind Brindley a little bit, but he maintains possession. For Parks. Parks trying to send Brindley. Brindley. Could have sent Parks, but it goes back to me. Now I'm trying to drive it. Oh, for Brindley. Brindley, can he run it down? No, it goes out for a goal kick. That was awfully close. This was a really smart pass, but it was just too much on it. Whitaker McPherson to take this throw for Manchester Rovers. Patterson. Haslam now. To Ibe. Back to Seitz. Barnes. Up to Davies through the center. Davies out right for Porter. Porter with the early ball. Patterson, though, he decided to take it first time on a weak, or on the the weak side. Not his weaker foot necessarily, but just the weak side with the ball looping in from the right. That goes well over. 78th minute now. Warner for Konikun. Finds Brindley. Brindley to bring it forward. Brindley. Got options, Brindley. Brindley can go. Brindley can shoot. Brindley does shoot. And Webb will put it out for a corner. Hillgate 2-0 over Milltown Reserve, so we're not getting any relief from the table. Jack takes the corner. Brindley! And that was very close. Tyler Harrison's going to come in. Parks with the cross. Cookies back post. Oh, he didn't take it first time. Cookies puts it back, and now it will be cleared. Patterson will get to it, and he could break. He's got one on his left. It's for Ware. Ware for Patterson. Patterson stayed on there. Patterson still bringing the ball up for Manchester Rovers, and he fires it way over. Saddleworth 3D's beating Trafford United. Reserves the ball. Falls down into the hands of Webb, who makes a solid save. 84th minute. This is looking like it's going to be another victory for us. We are very much only a few minutes away and 3-0 up. Warner getting the ball from Harrison. Warner trying to play in Sila. Lovely pass to the inside for Cookies. Plenty of space. Cookies going for it. Cookies. And Webb makes the save. Parks takes the corner. Webb grabs it. Ball lofted up into the air. It falls for me. Parks. Thompson. Back for me. Thompson. Parks. Me. Thompson. A little bit of Twinkle mixed in as well. Parks back to Twinkle. Twinkle trying to bring the ball forward. Back for Parks. Parks willing to drive at his man a little bit. Parks back for Brindley. Brindley with the cross. That's a good one. Floated, back post, put out for a corner. Here's Parks to take the corner. Miller intercepts. Whitaker McPherson will boot it clear. Warner will run it down in the backfield. 87th minute now. Warner to take the throw. Sila, good cross from Cookies. Back to, I believe that's Warner. Went for the back post. It falls. Brindley! Just wide. Three minutes of added time. We've played most of it. Thompson's got the ball. He'll bring it forward. But this game should be well and truly over. Parks for Tumset. We've played the time. Tumset with the cross in. Cookies, no need. And that is that. XG 3.42 to 0.83. A much more dominant performance from us than the last outing. And that is that. We'll give you the post-match press conference, as always, if we have one. Otherwise, that is going to be it. We'll see. We'll see how much. We'll see if we have a post-match press conference. Let's see. Hillgate won, so we're only 5 clear. Earlham did not play. So Earlham will probably be playing tomorrow, or they're playing another week. But there's the table. So Saddleworth beat Trafford United. That keeps Trafford United bottom. Milltown lose to Hillgate 2-0. That keeps Milltown in the relegation. Manchester Rovers lost to us. And Saddleworth 3Ds win. And AFC Oldham beat Stockport. AFC Stockport 2-1. So Stockport, that's a big defeat for them because they could have gone on to 14. They could have been right there with Hillgate, step for step behind them on only goal difference. Now they're 3 points back. And another team ahead of them still has a game in hand. So things, the promotion battle has just gotten a little bit harder for Stockport. AFC Oldham are back in it with a win. Saddleworth are back in it with a win. Only 4 points separating second from sixth. But still plenty of games left to be played. We have about, I want to say this was episode 45. So we have 11 games left to play. Some teams have 12. Some teams only have 10. But there you go. Sweet, sweet victory. We do have a post-match press conference, so let's get into it. Let's attend the press conference. Okay, let's kick this off with the first question from Matt K. Manchester Evening News. There's actually 2 journalists in attendance for once. How much did you enjoy Twinkle's performance? He was simply flawless today. He was spotted watching a Konikun today, which you consider selling the leads. There's no way he's leaving. Frankel should look elsewhere. Dude, Carl Chandler attended the press conference. He didn't ask a single question. So, okay. He is not going to buy a Konikun. I'm sorry. It's 7 unbeaten for us. Player of the week is Twinkle, who put in a hell of a performance, has to be said. Monthly board is B+. Supporters is a B. I don't know why. We literally got promoted twice. We're top of the league again. Like, come on, guys. Come on. You know, be overthralled. Like if I go to Club Info and is there like favorite personnel? Yeah, I'm on the favorite personnel list, but we're not anywhere close. So let's have a cheeky save. That is going to call for a cheeky save. That's going to call for the end of the episode. So if you're on YouTube, we'll say goodbye to you first. Thank you so much for watching. This was episode 45 of CLG FC. We're going to be back with 46 in a little while. So if you're watching this on YouTube, It's actually in a few days that you'll see the episode upload for 46. But thank you for watching episode 45. We will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.